awesome over the weeks. It has been very interesting. And tonight is not going to be an exception. I want to encourage you all watching me out there. If you are online, just invite a family, invite a friend, invite a loved one, invite your spouse. Tell them that the Love Specialist is online and Love Side is kicking off. Just invite somebody. If you pop up here, just drop a comment. Let me acknowledge your presence here for us to have a wonderful time in the house of the Lord. God bless you so much, all those who are watching. This is Love Side. My name is Theo Royals. It is a time with a Love Specialist, and tonight is going to be very interesting as usual. Very interesting as usual. Over the weeks, we have been delving into identifying the right person, how we can identify the right person. Don't forget that I always say that love is like fire. When you handle it well, it will enlighten your world. When you joke with it, it will burn you and the scars will remain forever. There are lots of people out there who have been victimized, who have been abused because of love. Love is not meant for endurance. Love is meant for enjoyment. So if you're in a relationship out there, if you're in courtship out there, if you are married out there, and your relationship, your courtship, your marriage is full of endurance and not enjoyment, then I can tell you that you are in a relationship with the wrong person, or you are married to the wrong person. There are lots of people out there who followed love and they have ended up where they are not supposed to end up. Don't forget that love alone is not enough to start a relationship. Love alone is not enough to start a relationship. The biggest mistake most people make is to follow love. The fact that you love somebody or the person love you does not mean you are qualified to be in a relationship with that person. Most of the people out there who are in the hospitals, most of the people out there who are living in emotional, psychological trauma, they all followed love and ended up where they are. So don't make the biggest mistake of your life by following love. There is more to relationship, there is more to marriage, there is more to courtship than love. Love is a foundation that every relationship is built upon. So love is a foundation that every relationship is built upon. So the fact that the two of you love each other does not guarantee a successful relationship. Most people can attest to the fact that their friendship with certain people were so beautiful than their relationship with those people. So sometimes you can be in good friendship with somebody. You can have a good friendship with somebody, but that does not mean the person will make a good couple. Good friendship does not assure or guarantee good relationship. So this is Love Side. My name is Theo Royals. It is a time with the Love Specialist, and tonight we are delving into the issue of love, relationship, sex, and marriage. I want to acknowledge all those who are watching me. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be very interesting. It is going to be very lively tonight. Tonight we are moving into a different dimension. We are moving into a different realm, and it is a moment that you wouldn't want to miss. It's a moment I wouldn't want you to miss. So I want you to stay tuned. In the next 40 minutes, we are going to ride on the wings of love. Now, the purpose of Love Side is to fix relationships. The purpose of Love Side is to build marriages. The purpose of Love Side is to correct the errors in relationship, courtship, and marriage. So that is the purpose for being here. In the book of Proverbs, Bible said that by wisdom a house is built, by understanding it is established, by knowledge shall thy chambers be filled with pleasurable, with pleasant pleasures. So I want you to understand that knowledge is a key to the success of relationship and to the success of courtship and marriage. Most of us, we are forsaking knowledge and we are only following emotions. We are only following love. Most of us, we are forsaking wisdom and we are only following love. I always say that 6 months counseling session is not enough to equip a lifetime marriage, to equip a lifetime union. So your 6 months counseling that you went through or you underwent previously does not guarantee the fact that you are going to have a successful marital life. Does not mean you are going to have a successful union with your spouse. So at every point in time, there is a need for you to upgrade yourself in the area of wisdom and in the area of knowledge to aid your relationship to get to its prime. to aid your relationship to get to its status. And that is why Love Side is here. Tonight, I want you to encourage somebody, invite a friend, invite a loved one, invite a beloved full time in the house of the Lord. As big ups to all those who are watching me right now. Big ups to Pastor Peggy. Big ups to Pearl Odwe. Big ups to Rebecca Butler. Big ups to all those who are watching me. If you just join in, don't forget it is Love Side. Just give me a thumb up. Just drop a comment. I'll read it out and I'm going to address it. I'm going to address you and acknowledge your presence here. So tonight, last 2 weeks, I dealt on the topic, what love means to women. What love means to women. And last week, we were able to complete that topic by talking about what love means to men. What love means to men. But tonight, it is going to be very interesting, very, very interesting, because listen, there are lots of people, most people are in slavery and not in relationship. Most people are in slavery and not in relationship. Most people are in slavery and not in relationship. Most people have found themselves in a union, in a realm that they are being abused, in a realm that their opinions are not being taken into consideration, in a realm that they are doing not what they desire or they wish to do, in a realm that they have to do things to please other people at the detriment of their own happiness and their own pleasure. So most people are in slavery and they are not in relationship. Tonight we are talking about 5 reasons why most people are afraid to break up. 5 reasons why most people are afraid to break up. And this topic is very interesting and it is very significant to everyone watching me out there, because there are lots of people that have married to the wrong people. There are lots of people who are in relationship with the wrong people, with the wrong person. There are lots of people out there who are in courtship with the wrong person, and they are so much confused and perplexed in that stage of relationship, and they don't know what to do. So listen, if you are in a relationship out there and there are lots of signs pointing to the fact that you are with the wrong person and you are trapped in a state of perplexity, I want you to understand that this section is your section, because tonight we are going to talk about 5 reasons why most people are afraid to say it is over. 5 reasons why most people cannot break out. God bless you so much, all those who are watching. My name is Theo Royals. This is Love Side. It is a time with a love specialist. Tonight we are riding on the wings of love. Our topic is so significant and so sensitive that you need to pay attention. And I believe that after this section, most people are going to discover themselves and are going to have courage and confidence to take the needed step that is needed, that is required in their current state of relationship. So tonight, 5 reasons why most people are afraid to say it is over. Are you in a relationship? Are you married? Do you feel you are with the wrong person? Do you feel you have married to the wrong person? What next should you do? Are you confused about the next step to take after discovering that the person you are dating is the right person, the person you are courting is the right person or the wrong person? Are you so much confused in your marital home without knowing what step to take after discovering that the man you are married to, the woman you are married to is the wrong person? If you find yourself in this kind of state, then tonight is your night. Tonight is your night. Tonight I'm going to help you, and we all are going to come to a conclusion of what to do after discovering that we are in a relationship with the wrong people. So I acknowledge all those who are watching me. I salute all those who are watching me. God bless you so much. Daniel Ayi, God bless you so much. Abraham Nete, Reverend Abrahams, God bless you so much. Queen, God bless you so much. Beatrice. Now, we are talking about 5 reasons why most people are afraid to say it is over. Now, as I look at the state of relationships out there, I realize that most people are ignorant of what relationship is. Most people are ignorant. There are lots of people in relationship, but they don't know what exactly relationship stands for. They don't know what relationship is. And I want you to understand that ignorance is the greatest enemy to excellence and to success in every field and department that you find yourself in. Anytime a man is trapped in ignorance, that man can never excel and be successful in whichever department. So there are lots of people out there who are in relationship, but they are ignorant of what relationship is. Who are in marriage, they are ignorant of what marriage is. Until you come to the state of knowledge and wisdom and understanding, your relationship can never get to its peak in life. Your relationship can never be excellent. Your relationship can never be beautified. So tonight we are here to propound knowledge to the general public out there. We are here to speak to the general public out there. Listen, there are 80% of people are dating the wrong people. 80% of people are in the relationship with the wrong people, and they are confused. They don't know what to do. Now, there are two things that I want you to notice about relationship. There are three areas and angles of relationship I want to focus on before we move to the main topic. 5 reasons why most people are afraid to say it is over. Now, let's take a look at dating. Dating, courtship, and marriage. Let's take a look at these three stages of relationship. These are the 3 stages of relationship that I want to focus on. Now, when we talk about dating, dating is a period of assessment. Dating is a period of assessment. So, dating is not a committed relationship. Take note of this. Dating is not a committed relationship. Now, in the process of dating, the two of you are assessing each other to know whether you are compatible for a committed relationship. Now, courtship is preparatory stage. Courtship, when we talk about courtship, we are talking about a preparatory stage. After you go through the process of dating, you are certain that you both of you are compatible, and you agree you want to start a committed or enter into a committed relationship. Then your union or your relation will graduate from dating to courtship. Now, in the state of courtship, it is a preparation towards marriage. Now, but these two types, or these two areas of relationship, take note of it. They are not committed relationship. They are not everlasting bond. These two type of relationship are not an everlasting bond relationship. Dating and courtship are not an everlasting bond relationship. When you are in the court of courtship, or when you are in the stage of courtship, the two of you are only preparing to enter into what we call an everlasting bond, which is marriage. So even at the stage of courtship, when of you are preparing towards marriage and you discover that you are living in fallacy and the relationship is not going according to the way you two desire it to be, you have every right to break up in courtship. You have every right to opt out of courtship, because you are not bound legally, you are not bound spiritually, you are not bound legally, you are not bound spiritually in this period of courtship. So courtship and dating, it is not an everlasting bond. It is not an everlasting bond. So when you find yourself in dating and courtship, you have every right to just step out when the relationship is not going the way you want it to go. You have every right to step out. Now, it is in marriage, when you marry, both of you becomes compatible. Both of you becomes compatible, and you enter into a committed relationship. Marriage is compatible, committed union. Now, in marriage, you are born together spirit. You are born together physically, and you are born together maritally. You are born together legally. So, in the process of marriage, it is very difficult to opt out. It is very difficult to opt out because it is an everlasting bond. That is why there are vows that are exchanged on the altar when two people are entering into holy matrimony, and they say that till death do us part. So in God's original intention for instituting marriage, it is only it is death that is to separate the two parties are involved. It is only death that is to separate them. But don't forget that there is also one Jesus also provided one condition that you can base on to opt out from marriage when it is not going the way you want, and that is adultery. When your spouse is found in adultery, you have every right to break out legally, spiritually, and to break out physically from that spouse. So even the committed relationship and the committed bond, the everlasting bond, which is marriage, there are conditions and there are terms that you can base on to break out if it is not going the way you desire it to go. The way you desire it to go. So these are the 3 stages of relationship that most of us are trapped in. There are people who are dating and they are scared. They don't like the guy, but they are scared to tell the guy they are not interested in committed relationship. There are people watching me right now that are in the state of courtship. They have passed through the state of dating and they are now in courtship. They are preparing towards marriage, and now they have discovered that they made the wrong choice. They have discovered a whole lot about the guy that has caused them to lose interest in the guy, and they are afraid to break out in this stage. These are the 2 areas that you need not to struggle when it comes to breaking out and when it comes to stepping out of the relationship. So, and there are lots of people who are trapped in marriage, who are married to people, who are married to some people, and they are being abused and victimized in the marriage, and now they don't know what's next to do in that marriage. So they are just enduring the marriage. They are just enduring that union. So tonight we are going to provide steps of what to do when you find yourself trapped in dating, courtship, and marriage, and you are confused. Most especially when you discover that you are dating the wrong person, you are courting the wrong person, and you are married to the wrong person. My name is Theo Royals. This is Love Side. It is a time with a love specialist. Tonight we are launching deep into the issues of love, relationship, sex, and marriage. Just invite a friend, tell a friend that the love specialist is online. Let's have a wonderful time in here. Today's topic is 5 reasons why most people are afraid to say it is over. 5 reasons why most people are afraid to break up from the relationship. So let's jump straight to the first reason, the number 1 reason. The first reason why most people are afraid to say it is over is that they are expecting Now, this is the first reason most people are afraid to say it is over. The first reason, number 1 reason why most people are afraid to say it is over is that they are expecting the other person to break up. They are expecting the other person to break up. Now, they know the relationship is not going according to the way they want it to go. They know the relationship is not going according to its plan. And both parties are tired of the relationship, but they are scared. They are scared to call the relationship off and to break out from the relationship because they want to have a good record. They want to have a good record that most people pride in statement like, I didn't break up from the marriage, I didn't break up from the relationship, it is my spouse that break up. It is he who opted out from the relationship. Listen to me, your happiness is at stake. I don't know what you are going to do with that record. If you are in a relationship and you are tired of the relationship, the other party is also tired. Listen, I don't see the reason why you should wait for the other person to break the relationship instead. Listen, most people are in unhealthy relationship and they are afraid to break out from the relationship because they are expecting their boyfriend or their fiancé or their fiancée to say it is over. Your happiness is at stake. Listen, you don't live your life to please anyone. Forget about what the person is going to think about you. To hell with what the person is going to think about you. To hell with the perception the person is going to have. To hell with what he's going to tell his friend or she's going to tell his friend. If you are tired of the relationship and every sign and symptom is pointing to the fact that both of you are not meant to be, don't wait upon him to break out. You have every right to break out from the relationship because that's why in a relationship, one person cannot create a relationship, or one person cannot form a relationship. It takes two. So there must be a proposal and there must be an acceptance. So if you are not okay with it, propose breakup. If you are not okay with it, propose breakup. If it's not ready to break up with you, break yourself out of the relationship. Many of us are wasting our time because we are waiting the other person to break up from the relationship. Listen, your happiness is at stake. There are a lot of people that are trapped in relationship that is only producing pain. In relationship that is only producing pain. You know it is not working. You know this relationship will not lead anywhere. You know this relationship will not get anywhere. Yes, still you are trapped in that relationship, and you are praying to God to break you out. You have your own decision. God is not going to come down from heaven to break you off from that man, to break you off from that woman. If you are tired, simply walk out. You don't owe anybody any explanation. Now, the second reason why most people are afraid to say it is over or to break up from relationship is because of what people will say. What people will say. Listen, there are lots of people out there who are married to men that are emotionally abusing them. There are lots of women who are married to men who are sexually abusing them. There are most ladies out there who are married to women who are married to men that are psychologically abusing them. But the reason why they don't want to break up is because of what people will say, what the church is going to say. They are thinking what people are going to say about the breakup. Listen to me. You are not in a relationship with the church. You are not dating the church. You are not dating the community. You are not dating the society. You are not dating your friend. If you are tired, just walk out. If you feel that this relationship, this courtship, or this marriage is causing abuse, it's fighting against your destiny, if you feel you are trapped in a relationship or in a marriage that is not working, you are trapped in a dead marriage that is not working, listen, don't think about what people will say. If your husband is not being responsible and your husband is out there committing adultery, your wife is out there committing adultery, don't think about what people will say. Most people thought about what people will say and they are now in the grave. In life, you cannot please everyone. Whatever you do in life, people are going to talk. Whatever decision you take, people are going to talk. But don't forget that the talk is only but for a while. It is only but for a while. So people will say does not matter. Your happiness and your destiny is what matters. Your happiness and your destiny is what matters. So forget about what your parents are going to say. If it is not working out, break out. Forget about what the community are going to say. There are people who have dated for 5 years, for 6 years, for 7 years. The relationship is just not clicking. But the community, the society, the church knows that they are in relationship. And because the community is aware, the church is aware, they don't want to break up because they are thinking of what people are going to say after breaking a long range relationship. They are thinking about what the church is going to say. Listen, it is not about what people are saying. It is about what you want and what makes you happy. Never be trapped in this state. What people will say does not matter. There are most people who have listened to what people will say, and their marital home is like a prison. There are lots of people who are thinking about what people will say, and they are in pain in their relationship. They are in pain in their courtship, and in fact, they are even preparing to marry. You know you don't love him. You know the interest is no longer there. You know you two are not compatible. After you discover, don't think about what people will say. It is not about what people will say. What are you saying? Many of us are not matured to make decisions for ourselves. So we always think about what my friends are going to say, what people are going to say, what the community is going to say. Everybody knows about us. The church knows about us. The pastor knows about us. Our family knows about this relationship. So when we break up, what are people going to say? Listen, forget about it. You are not in a relationship with the church. You are not in a relationship with the community. You are not in a relationship with the society. You are not in a relationship with your friends. If it is not working out, break out. If it is not going according to your plan, break out. What people will say does not matter. So the third thing I want you to take note of is that the third reason why most people are afraid to say it is over is because of investment. Now, most people prefer to be in a dead relationship than to start all over again because of the investment they have made in the relationship. Most people are not breaking out from the unhealthy relationship in which they are in because of the investment they have made in that particular relationship. Listen to me. I want you to understand something. I know you have invested a lot into that relationship. Most of us, listen to me, you have invested your time, you have invested your resources, you have invested your money, you have invested your energy into the relationship. And now, because of the investment, even though the relationship is a dead relationship, because of the investment, you don't want to opt out. Listen, it is better for you to opt out now than to keep investing into a failed relationship. It is better to break out now than to keep investing your time, your money, your resources into a failed relationship. So it doesn't matter what you have invested into it. Yes, you may have invested all your money, all your hard-earned money into the relationship. But listen, continually investing into a dead relationship can never resurrect it. It can never resurrect that relationship. Continually investing your time, you are rather wasting your time, wasting your resources, wasting your energy, wasting your finances in that relationship. So forget about the investment that you have made in that relationship. If you discover that the relationship is going nowhere and the man is not serious, the woman is not serious, if you discover that you cannot tolerate him or her, then I want you to forget about the investment made in that relationship and break out from that relationship, because you end up wasting your time. Listen, there are lots of people out there who are wasting their time and wasting their resources, all in the name of I've invested a lot. Listen, you may have been in a relationship for 10 years. Listen, if it is not working, it is not working. No amount of years can resurrect a dead relationship. If it is not working, even if you stay with him for 20 years, he will still not be Mr. Right. He will still not be Mr. Right. So if you have invested in it and it is not working, just break up. It is better you break up and you put yourself together and restart than for you to keep being in it and keep investing into it. So what is happening is that most people are fetching water into baskets. Most people are fetching water into baskets, and I'm wondering how it is going to get full. So stop. If the relationship is going nowhere, if it's not the right person, if you discover it's not the right person, he cannot make you happy, you can't build your eternal life with him, stop investing into it, because your investment will be a waste. Your investment will be a waste. God bless all those who are watching me live. My name is Theo. This is Love Side. It is a time with a love specialist. Tonight we are delving into the issues of love, relationship, sex, and marriage. And don't forget, we are talking about 5 reasons most people are afraid to break out. 5 reasons most people are afraid to break up. And we have outlined 3 of the reasons why most people are afraid to say it is over. Now, the fourth reason most people are afraid to say it is over is fear. Is fear. The fourth reason why most people are afraid to say it is over is fear. There are a lot of people out there watching me. You have discovered you are in a wrong relationship, but you are so much afraid that find somebody like him. You will not find another person. You will not find another person who will love you. So you are in a relationship out of fear. You are scared to break up out of fear. you are scared that nobody will come your way again. You are putting your age into consideration. You are putting your age into consideration. You are putting yourself into consideration. Listen to me, child of God. It is better for you to be single than to be with a man or a woman who doesn't appreciate you and who doesn't contribute to your life. There are most partners that are rather taken away from us than adding up to us. There are most partners that are rather causing us pains than bringing us gain. If you discover that the one you are in a relationship is the wrong person and you cannot be with him for the rest of your life, you don't want to stay or marry to such a person, listen, don't allow fear to grip you and to cause you to be in that failed relationship. Most people are afraid that they will never find the right person. They will never find another person who will love them. So they are managing the relationship. Listen, you can't manage relationship. If it is not working, it is not working. If it won't work, it won't work. Take that fear away from you. There are better people who are ready to love you. There are better people who are ready to appreciate you. There are better people who are ready to support you. There are better people who are ready to build you. There are better people who are ready to bring out the best in you. There are better people who are ready to enter into holy matrimony than you. So stop wasting your time and your resources in a failed relationship, in a dead relationship. Stop thinking that where am I going to find another person? How am I going to build a new relationship? Listen, don't allow fear to grip you. Bible said that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but he has given us the spirit of love, the spirit of power, and of sound mind. So stop thinking about it. Trust in your God. Trust in your God, and it's going to connect you. Listen, in a book of Judges, Bible said that there was a man, and this man's name was Jephthah. This man's name was Jephthah, and Jephthah was thrown out of his own father's house. Was thrown out of his own father's house, but his brothers threw him out of his own father's house. In the fullness of time, one day, Bible made me understand that in the fullness of time, the same people that threw him out, they ran after Jephthah. The same people that threw him out, they ran after Jephthah. When David was being pursued by the king Saul, and by the king Saul to kill him, the people of Ziklag accepted David. The people of Ziklag accepted David. So I want you to understand that don't allow anybody to bluff you in a relationship. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that they are too good, that when you leave them, you can't find a better person more than them, or somebody who is more than them. Don't let anybody impute this notion into you. Listen, there are 1,001 ladies, more beautiful ladies, more ladies who are with good character, more virtuous ladies out there who are ready to support you as a man. So stop wasting your life and your time on a dead relationship. Listen, if she's not ready, let her go. If she's not ready to adjust to the system and to the system of your relationship and to your vision, let him go, let her go, because there are better people that are waiting for you. Mr. Right is waiting for you. There are most of you, Mr. Right is waiting for you, and you are wasting your life and your time with Mr. Wrong. There are many people, Mrs. Right is waiting for you, and you are wasting your time with Mrs. Wrong. So I want you to understand that don't allow fear. The fourth why most people are afraid to say it is over is fear. Is fear that they will not find a better person. They will not find a better person. There are better people out there. There are better people out there. So if it is not working, end it. If it is not working, end it. Now, let's move to the last reason. The last reason why most people are afraid to say it is over. Number 5. The last reason why most people are afraid to say it is over is that they are hoping he or she will change. They are hoping their spouse will change. So they are afraid to break out from that relationship. They are expecting the spouse to change. Now, I told you something the other day that no human being can change. No human being can change. No matter how you love him, no matter how you advise him, no matter how you speak to him, listen, nature that is not transformed by advice. Advice does not transform a man's nature. No. So no matter how you love him and how you advise him, listen, a goat is always a goat. A decorated monkey will always be a monkey. No matter how you treat a pig, when you give him the chance, it will still go back to the gutter and still go back to the man, because that is its nature. That is its nature. That's what makes him happy. So stop hoping that your beloved or your fiancé or your fiancée will change. Stop hoping. Most people are afraid to break out from that relationship because they are hoping that one day it is going to change. Listen, it will only happen in your dream. Relationship is not a Nigeria movie. Relationship is not a Nigeria movie that the guy will be so bad, the lady will be so bad, and at the end of the movie, the lady will change. No, that is not. This is reality. You must learn to face reality. People don't change. Even God, it is only God that changes people. God that changes people. And even in salvation, men in salvation, people only, it is the spirit of man that is changed. The spirit of man, not the trait, not the character and the nature of the man. It is the spirit of man that is giving birth to anew. So even when you give your life to Christ, nothing changed. Even if your husband gives his life to Christ, his nature will not change. He will still be that same aggressive man. He will still be that same aggressive woman. Men don't change. If you don't like the way he behaves, if you don't like his nature, if you don't like his traits, if you don't like the way he talks, the way his anger issues, if you don't like his temperament issues, and you can't, it is either you tolerate or you terminate. If you can't tolerate it, you better terminate it. Stop hoping that he will change. At every point in life, the man is still going to exhibit. You are going to see his character. Character is like pregnancy. You cannot hide it. You can only hide it but for a while. But there will be a time that it can never be hidden again and it will become public. So most people are making the biggest mistakes of their life by not breaking out from the unhealthy relationship and that dead relationship, because they are hoping that their man will change. They are hoping that their woman will change. No man, no human being born of a man can change. It is only God that changes the nature of man. What makes a man unique are his weaknesses, his strengths, his abilities, his ideas, his nature, his traits, his behavior. That is what makes every one of us unique. So I cannot be like any other person. I can't speak like any other person. I can't act like any other person. I can't move. I can't do my things like any other person. What makes me me is my nature, my weaknesses, my strengths, all combined together. So if I find I'm in a relationship with somebody who don't appreciate me for who I am, don't appreciate my weaknesses, my downfalls, my shortcomings, my traits, my character, my nature, that person is not the right person. The right person will always appreciate you for who you are. Listen, the right person will always appreciate your weaknesses and even love you for your weaknesses. That is the right person for you. So until you come to this point and you come across someone who appreciates you even in your weakness, listen, don't remain in a failed relationship. Don't remain in a failed relationship. So most of us out there, we have made the biggest mistakes of our life by going into a relationship, going into wrong relationship. And the worst mistake that we are making is that we are correcting a mistake with a mistake. After you realize you have made a mistake, make sure that you don't commit another mistake to buttress the mistake you have already made. Two wrongs can never make a right. If the relationship is a wrong relationship, break out from it. If the man is not somebody you can tolerate, you can no longer tolerate him, break out from him. If you can no longer tolerate her, break out from her. Even marriage, that is an everlasting bond, there are conditions to break out from it. Don't allow anyone to kill you before your time. Don't allow anyone to suffocate you, or in the name of relationship, or in the name of I'm expecting him to break up, or in the name of what people will say, or in the name of the investment you have made in the relationship, or in the name of fear. Your life is important than the investment you have made in the relationship. So far as there is life, there is hope. Take away the fear that you will not find any better person. Listen, the same God that gave you that man is the same God who is able to give you a better man. The same God that gave you that woman is the same God who is able to give you a better woman. So if it is the relationship is not working, don't be under any bound. You are not under any obligation. You are not under any obligation to remain in the relationship. Listen, it is not a holy matrimony. It is not marriage. If you are in courtship, it is not marriage. You can break out if you can't tolerate it. But don't forget that there are many people also who find themselves in marriage and they realize they have married the wrong people. Listen, sometimes it is better to break up and have your peace of mind than to remain in that marriage. It is better to break up and to have your peace. The biggest mistake you ever make is to be a fool to remain in the marriage that you are being abused emotionally, psychologically, and you keep deceiving yourself that it is going to work. Listen, that is the talk of poor people. That is the talk of people that don't have vision, don't reason. Everything is pointing to the fact that this is a wrong. No amount of prayer can convert the wrong person into the right person. No amount of prayer can convert Mr. Wrong to Mr. Right. No amount of prayer. God only comes to fix and to intervene in the issues of the relationship, but it doesn't change the wrong person to the right person. You only have to tolerate. And we all have our tolerance level. We all have our tolerance level. If you can't tolerate again, the only option is to terminate. Most destinies are over because they are afraid to say it is over. Most people's career are over because they did not say it is over. Most people's destiny are broken down because they did not break out of the relationship. Listen, it is better you break out now from that relationship than for you to remain in it and the relationship break you down. It is better you break out now for the sake of your destiny than your destiny being broken down because of that relationship. Most careers, most profession, most people's destiny has collapsed because they were afraid to break out from an unhealthy relationship and unhealthy marriage. So tonight, this is how far time will permit us to be. I salute all those who are watching. My name is Theo Royals. This is Love Side. It is a time with a love specialist, and I believe it has been very awesome. I believe it has been very impactful. I believe it has been very impactful. I believe it has been very interesting. 5 reasons why most people are afraid to say it is over. 5 reasons most people are afraid to say it is over. Tell me about your state of relationship. Be honest with yourself. Looking into your relationship very well. Be honest with yourself. You don't need any prophet to tell you are in a wrong relationship. You don't need any prophet to tell you are with a wrong woman. You are with a wrong man. There are signs and symptoms in the relationship that is pointing to the fact that you are dating the wrong person. Now that you know, what steps are you taking? Listen, there are 2 different things, wisdom and knowledge. What I am propounding to you right now is knowledge. I'm giving you knowledge. But wisdom is dependent on you. Wisdom is the right application of knowledge. Rightly applying knowledge. Wisdom. Rightly applying knowledge. So I am giving you the knowledge. I can give you wisdom. I can give you knowledge. Wisdom, you decide for yourself. If you rightly apply this teaching, that is where we can say that you are a wise man, or you are a man that have wisdom. That even as you have gone through all this, there are a lot of people that will still make mistakes and then they and remain in that marriage and manage that relationship, marriage. Listen to me, child of God. If it doesn't work, if it is not going to work, it is not going to work. No matter what you do, it is not going to work. Prayer does not change Mr. Wrong to Mr. Right. So if you discover it's a wrong person, it's a wrong man, it's a wrong woman you are dating, break out from it before your destiny gets broken down. So this is how far time will permit us to be. God bless you so much. Big up to Shoda Paul. I salute you. God bless you. Big up to Reverend Abraham Lampe. Queen, I see you. Christine Gaines. Say blessings, man of God, and everyone. God bless you so much. So if you have any question, any submission that you want to bring out, I'm here to answer. I'm here to address about 2 or 3 questions before I zoom out of here. So Queen said, God bless you for this cheating, for this teaching. Queen, correct it. That's right. That's right. God bless you so much. Now Osu, the Queen of Osu, God bless you so much. So if you have any questions, any comment, I'm here in the next 5 minutes. I'm going to wait for your questions and your comment. I'm going to read it out. Then I zoom out of this place. This is how far time will permit us to be. I couldn't come your way on time because of some technical issues that we had. But hopefully next week is going to be very interesting. And don't forget that next week I have a surprise for you. Next week we are going to have a discussion right here. Next week is going to be a discussion segment right here. I have a special guest next week. I believe that Reverend Peggy Lipton will be joining us, and hopefully Reverend Anot will also pass through. So next week we are going to talk about the purpose of relationship, or we are going to talk about the purpose of relationship and abuse in relationship and in marriages. So next week it's going to be awesome. I have a special package. Reverend Peggy Lipton is going to be on board, and we are going to have a wonderful time. Next 2 weeks it is going to be a prophetic session. Next 2 weeks it's going to be prayer and prophetic. Next 2 weeks I'm going to prophesy to you. I'm going to speak into your relationship, speak into your marriages. We are going to speak the mind of God. It's going to be a prayer session. So after next week, expect something great. We are changing the face of Love Side, and I believe that spirituality is also very important and very significant in the matters of love, relationship, sex, and marriage. So next week, Reverend Peggy Lipton will be passing through. We are going to have a discussion briefly, and next 2 weeks, it is going to be a prayer time. It is going to be a prayer prophetic time, solely about relationship and about marriage. We are going to solely speak into our relationship, solely speak into our marital life, solely speak into our emotional life. And I believe that God is going to move mightily and God is going to move powerfully. So God bless you so much, all those who are watching, who made time for Love Side. Doreen, God bless you so much. I see you. Prophetess Amanda Antunes, I see you. Doreen said, I love this. Amanda Antunes said, correct. That's very right. Paul said that only God can do the impossible. That's very true. Joseph Mensah, God bless you so much. Joe, Joseph Mensah said, God bless you, man of God. God bless you so much. So it's been a wonderful time. I want to say thank you to my executive producer, Reverend Ernest Ano. Thank you to my director, Nana K. Thank you to my technical producer and my media personnel in the person of Daniel Ayi, Officer Dan. And thank you so much to Ajovi all the way from Osu, my cameraman. Thank you so much, Ajovi Patterson. Thank you so much, Patterson. So all the way from Osu, it's been awesome. It's been wonderful. Big shout outs to all those who stayed till the end. Next week is going to be awesome. Tell a friend that next week Reverend Peggy Lipton is going to be on board. We're going to have a wonderful time in the house of the Lord. Don't forget, this is Love Side. My name is Theo Royals. I'm your love specialist. Catch me same time next week at 7 p.m. and God will bless you.